Assalamualaikum. My name is Nur Sabrina Zahira binti Syed Umar and I will be presenting on chapter 1, which is Introduction. For our project, we choose car as our manufactured good since it consists more than 15 parts made up from metals and polymer components. First, we determine the car's life cycle analysis to examine the environmental consequences from the manufacturing process, starting from the extraction of raw material to the transportations, consumption, and also disposal. Next, we applied design for the environment methodological tools to minimize the total risk of human health as well as environmental impact of the components. Then, we used the eco-design work to estimate existing automobile components and identify area of features that may improve to increase energy efficiency. Our results are evaluated throughout its life cycle for a better and sustainable approach. Our aim for this project is to examine the difference of the car components before implementing the DFE and effect on the environment after implementing the DFE. Our objective is, first one is to make a life cycle comparison of the car's component. Second, to spot the area of the components that need to improve in order to increase their sustainability. Then the last one is to consider the high effect of the car component and lessen its impact toward the living things and environment in order to achieve sustainability. Moving to scope is to determine and reduce the car environmental impact and apply the DFE for the car life cycle study.
My name is Nur Izzati binti Mama Yusuf. I'll be presenting on Chapter 2 Literature Review. First, we'll see the differences between conventional car and eco car. So, conventional car is a four-wheel vehicle built primarily for passenger transportation and is powered by an internal combustion engine that runs on volatile fuel. While eco car is an ecologically friendly vehicle, is a road vehicle that has less negative environmental impact than a conventional car, and the eco car intends to motivate engineers to come up with new ideas for sustainable mobility. Next, we move to principle of sustainability that apply in this project. First, we have Design for Manufacturing and Assembly, DFMA. It is a method for choosing a product solution that has better manufacturing and assembly capabilities. It is a method for creating an excellent product with the least amount of complexity and parts, saving time and money during development. Next, we have Design for Disassembly. DFD comprises 3 steps, which is first, simplifying the manufacturing activities. Second, reducing disassembly time and cost. Third, recovering relevant quantities of components and material. Lastly, we have Design for Environment or Eco-Web Design. It is a process that uses a set of methodologies and approach to investigate various eco-design possibilities at each stage of the product life cycle, including material acquisition, manufacturing or production, distribution use, and after use. DFE has 4 techniques, which is design to decrease material consumption, design for manufacturing, design for energy efficiency, and lastly we have design for recycling.
Hi, my name is Tengku Muhammad Ashraf. In this chapter, I will explain about the method that we use to generate the result. Consists of 4 elements, which is product life cycle thinking, eco-web design, and eco-indicator. Product life cycle. The objective of the product life cycle evaluation is to graphically illustrate each of the 5 phases in the product life cycle and to identify the environmental impact caused by the car during its life cycle. The first is pre-production. Consists of 3 stages, which are purchasing of material, delivery of material to the production area, and transformation of raw material to the production of energy. The second one is production. Has 3 stages, which are processing material, assembly, and completing. The third is distribution, which is about packaging, transportation, and storing. The fourth one is use. There are 2 stages categorized in use, which is utilization or consumption service. The last one is disposal. which are about reuse, recycle, reduction, and compost. The next one is develop life cycle thinking. Life cycle thinking is an analytical tool that captures a product's process or human activity overall environment implication from raw material acquisition to manufacture and usage, as well as waste management. The eco design may begin as a sketch and then evolve into an experimental drawing. An assembly sketch is often the first step in the development of a product. This drawing can be used to create additional drawing of internal components and features. The sketch can be developed to formal detail and assembly plan whenever the concept looks to be worth and the extra effort. Eco-web design analysis is a tool that is used to analyze the product based on 7 stages: material selection, material usage, distribution, product use, optimal life, end of life, and new way of doing it. There are 5 indicators of this eco-web design: very bad, bad, okay, good, very good. First, the material need to be selected and analyzed for the recyclability of the material. After that, decide the number of components of a car in the material usage. Then, distribution stage, determine the type of packaging with the type of transport for the product. In product use and optimal life, the required information is type and amount of energy usage for the product use stage, and the reliability, durability, maintainability. End of life stage is where the car part is deciding the product whether it can be reused or recycled. After complete the design, each stage it rate very bad to very good. And the lastly is eco indicator analysis. The Eco Indicator 99 is a tool for evaluating a product environmental impact. It may be used to produce environmental assessment by computing Eco Indicator value for material and process. The finding point to the area where the product could be improved. The results are divided into 3 Eco Indicators. The first one is production of raw material, example polystyrene, processing and manufacture, example injection molding. The second one is transportation of the product, example shipping. Energy in use, example electricity, and consumable in use, example paper. The last one is disposal. There are 5 steps that must always be followed to ensure the correct application of eco indicator. First, set the purpose of the calculating of eco indicator. The next one is define the life cycle. The third is qualification of material and method. The fourth one is complete the form. And the last one is the findings are interpreted. So here are the 2 examples. One on the left is an example template for eco indicator. To fill this form, we have to refer to 3 steps, which is inventory of all relevant emission, calculate the damage of the flow, and weighting the categories. To interpret the result is simple. The higher the result, the higher impact to the environment. And the right one is the example for process 3. The process 3 in manufacturing production, which consists material, process, transport and usage. This product 3 will ease to us to quantify of material and process that include in the manufacturing process.
Greetings, my name is David and I'll be explaining to you about chapter 4, which is results and findings. Here I'll be explaining to you about the results after redesigning the car in terms of 4 different aspects. Now let's look into the first aspect, which is life cycle analysis after redesigning. Well, here we have compared 2 different cars that are from the same brand and same model but from different time of manufacturing. Here the model that is redesigned is the newer version of BMW 3 Series, which is BMW 330e. Well, what we managed to observe here is the steps that BMW have taken over the years to achieve sustainability in its manufacturing. Now in this illustration, what we can see is that the main components or main type of materials that is categorized into 2, which is metal and polymer, which is illustrated from its very raw of itself till its end of life. Now let's look into the second aspect, which is eco-design web. Here we can clearly see that BMW have relatively scored quite well here. Why is this being said is because over the years BMW have been producing many different variants of engines, but now they are producing engines that are powerful and at the same time they are fuel economical. When we say fuel economical, they produce lesser emissions into the nature. Besides that, the choice of materials that BMW have chosen is considered to be sustainable because they have chosen to choose materials like biomaterials, sugarcane fiber, recycled plastic, and many more. The third aspect will be process 3. Well, the first layer you can see some of the materials that BMW have chosen to achieve sustainability, and the second layer is the processes that were used to process the materials that were chosen. Last but not least is the fourth aspect, which is eco indicator. Here in this case we have referred to eco indicator 99, which is split into 3 different calculations, and that are production, usage and disposal, which yielded a value of 21,232.7, whereas the older BMW scored 157,735.2. By looking at this, we can clearly conclude that sustainability is achieved in BMW's manufacturing. Thank you.
I will continue the discussion. There are several changes in the production of the car when utilizing the life cycle analysis. The technique to life cycle analysis runs with the product life cycle, eco design web, and eco indicator, shows a great benefit from a sustainable viewpoint of engineering to rebuild the car. This technique will be useful in the future. The analysis must compare the existing product with the new redesigned product to know the differences, benefits and limitations. Furthermore, these redesigns changes have their own advantages as far as functionality, efficiency are concerned, and add value to the product's inherent capabilities. So, it will become much more desired for the market and be capable of being completed with competitive product. Next, we go through the design improvement. Based on the eco-web design, some of the components are being redesigned in terms of material selection, material usage and optimal of life, and the end of life. These are some of the components that are selected to be changed or upgraded, like the material of the wiper, material usage of the metal parts like rims, body, door panels and more. Besides, other redesigned part of the car includes the changing of the refrigerant system, hybrid features and also new fuel system to save the environment, where better system applied to reduce the effect of pollutions and greenhouse effect. These redesigned parts bring good improvement to the environment, social and economic benefits. Okay, next is the comparison of the analysis from the eco indicator between before and after redesign of the car. Based on the eco indicator technique, we can see here a total of eco indicator score before and after the redesign of the car. The redesigned car gives out lesser score of eco indicators than the before redesign. This is mean that the redesigned car gathered a better result, as where higher indicator value represent higher environmental effect severity. Besides, the weight of the car also has been slightly reduced after being redesigned, which helped to improve the performance of the car. Better performance brings better life.
This project raised our awareness on the importance of the LCE, DFE and eco-design web. In order to produce an excellent product, all criteria need to be considered, starting from the material selection, manufacturing selections, life cycle analysis, life cycle process, and also the end life of the product, in order to enhance the sustainability development of the product itself. Because we have to consider the worker, consumer, health, and also the environmental safety.